With the Make It Rain campaign upon us, I wanted to make a video on the best ways you can make MGP. So now you can finally get that mount you've been eyeing. The Make It Rain campaign lasts from June 30th to July 17th and gives you 50% more MGP for all gold saucer events. Yes, that's 50% more. But you can still get tons of MGP even outside of this event. So these strategies will help you get tons of MGP during the Make It Rain event, and also you can continue to use these after the event is over to help get you that sweet MGP. So let's dive into the best ways you can make MGP. We'll be going kind of in order of the least MGP earned per week to the most. Starting with the triple Triad cards. You get triple Triad cards from various duties and you will ultimately accumulate a bunch of repeat cards. Good thing is you can trade these in for some MGP. So make sure you don't throw these away, but instead turn them into the triple Triad trader for some easy MGP. On to the mini Cactpot. This is a daily activity that gives you the chance to win 10K per draw, and you get 3 draws a day. Once upon a time, I had all 3 cards get me 10K at once, but this has never happened since and definitely does not happen to many people often. Usually I get a couple thousand MGP from this a week. But it's super easy and you can have a good payout, so it's worth doing whenever you're on. And the numbers you're looking for are 1, 2, 3 in any order. That gives you the 10K. But if you can get 9, 8, 7 also in any order, you also get 3,600. Next on the agenda is the Jumbo Cactpot. This is a weekly activity that requires you to buy lottery tickets before the Saturday draw. You can buy 3 tickets a week with the grand prize being 1 million MGP. Now, you most likely won't win the jackpot, but hey, you never know. I usually get a few thousand MGP a week from this. Next, I wanted to mention gates. The Gold Saucer cycles through a variety of gates that include Air Force One, Leap of Faith, Cliffhanger, Anywhere the Wind Blows, etc. These can get you a few thousand MGP at a given time, so they're great to check out whenever you're at the saucer. I typically don't grind these though. I will just hop on to a couple when I'm in the saucer for the Jumbo Cactpot or for Fashion Report. But don't forget, if you're watching this during the Make It Rain campaign, everything is going to be 50% more, so it is kind of more worth it to do those gates as well. Now we move on to the challenge log. There is a challenge log that is specific to the Gold Saucer and that you can complete every week. I think this is one that is often forgotten or skipped over, but completing your weekly Gold Saucer challenge log is a great way to rack up some MGP. Each week you have a variety of challenges to complete that usually involve completing mini games and gates around the saucer. Completing the entire challenge log can be a little bit time consuming, so it is helpful to break it up throughout the week if you can. You can get almost 100K MGP from completing the challenge log, even outside of the Make It Rain campaign. Now we will cover Wondrous Tails. Wondrous Tails is great for a lot of reasons. It's a great way to level up, but if you get a line or more crossed off, you can also get an MGP gold card that gives you either 30K, 100K, or 1 million MGP, depending on how many lines you cross off. You can complete Wondrous Tails every week, so you can get more MGP potentially that way, but you technically do have 2 weeks to turn in a journal in case you're not able to play as often. I do want to note the MGP from Wondrous Tails will not receive the 50% bonus from the Make It Rain campaign. However, this is still a top way to make MGP year-round. Now we move on to one of the best ways to make MGP that is not time consuming, super easy, and you definitely should be doing every week. And that is the good old Fashion Report. You get the most MGP per week through the fashion report, and that gives you 60K MGP. And during the Make It Rain campaign, and if you use the strategy I am going to mention just after this, you will actually be able to get 99,000 MGP from the fashion report alone. Now, each week you submit yourself for judging based on a certain outfit. Now, the easiest way to do this is to look up what you should wear through someone like Kayoko Star on Twitter, and I'm sure there are also some Reddit posts about this as well. Okay, now for a bonus tip that is going to be perfect for this Make It Rain campaign that will get you 65% bonus instead of the 50, but you can also continue to use this tip throughout the year outside of the event. And this is to use your Grand Company Squadron to get you Gold Saucer VIP cards, which will give you 15% bonus on MGP earned for 2 hours. Specifically, you want to take your squadrons out on the Black Market Crackdown mission, which will get you 5 VIP cards, or even better, the Counter Magic Exercises mission that will get you 10 VIP cards. So pop one of those cards before you head over to the Gold Saucer for your activities. For the Make It Rain campaign, these bonuses do stack, so you will get 65% more MGP. If you don't have your squadron ranked up, I think they need to be rank 3 for those missions. I'm not exactly sure, but you should work on your squadron. It's pretty easy. I don't have a guide on it yet, but I'm sure there are some on YouTube if you want to check them out. But if you don't have them ranked up, you can ask your FC to pop the Cactpot buff, which should help you get some extra MGP as well. Now, for the Make It Rain campaign, you will have 3 weeks worth of activities that you can complete during the event. I calculated how much MGP you could make during the event with these strategies mentioned, and it's close to 800,000 MGP. And I didn't even include either of the Cactpots because those can vary. I also didn't include the MGP from Wondrous Tails because that's not guaranteed and can also vary. And I also didn't include in that number any gates, which can vary depending on how many you do. And during the Make It Rain campaign, you can get a really good amount. So if you were to do everything outlined in this video, especially during the Make It Rain campaign, along with tagging on that extra 15% from the VIP card, you are looking at least 1 million MGP during the event. If you don't tag on the VIP card 15%, you can really still get to 1 million with the strategies I mentioned and just kind of spending more time at the Gold Saucer. All in all, these are low effort, straightforward ways to make MGP that you can use year round. Let me know down below if I missed any of your favorite ways to make MGP. And as always, thank you for watching. Now go out there and make it rain.